and I'll talk about the care for it in terms of 4 categories. So the first category, Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name's Koa and this is Koa's Plant Corner. Okay, so for today we're going to continue one of my favorite series, or the only series that I'm really running right now. It is Koa's Plant Care series. So in this series I talk about a plant of mine. I'm choosing one out of the over 80 plants that I have in my collection. The first category is light. So I'll talk about the light the plant's in. The second one is water. Third one is pots. Fourth one is soil. So if this is something you're interested in, don't forget to like and subscribe. I will be posting these weekly, and in between I'll pop in a different type of video so that you don't get too bored of these informational videos. But I will also post some fun and entertaining videos. Hopefully they're fun and entertaining to you. But yeah, so let's get started. Okay, so the plant that I'm going to be talking about today is actually a Hoya. I've done a few of these plant care series so far, and I haven't talked about Hoya yet, which is interesting because I am an avid lover of Hoyas. Oh gosh, I love Hoyas, and I tend to collect a lot of the more uncommon, not the rare ones, because those are expensive. No, but the uncommon ones. So I'm just going to talk about a common one, a more common one, and slowly make my way into the uncommon Hoya. And slowly make my way into the uncommon Hoyas, which are going to be really fun because those, I just love those. Anyway, so this Hoya right here, I actually bought it as a hanging basket, and I liked the way it was, but I didn't have space for it in my room. I'm looking around like right now and I'm like running out of space. But today we're going to talk about a common one and slowly ease you into the world of Hoyas. Are you coming in? Oh, hello. Say hi, everyone.
Yeah.
Say hi, everyone.
Rebecca started training with me and I was flying more.
Hello, Mika.
Mika caught me.
Oh. Bird content for you. You see. So first, I forgot what I was talking about. Anyway, this is a Hoya Krimson Princess. Look at that. Boom. Look at that. So pretty. Okay, so before we get started on the care, we're going to cover 4 different categories. So one is the light. So I'll talk about the lighting that it's in, if it's happy in the lighting, if it's not. I'll also discuss a little bit of the lighting that it was in previously because I did move it since I put it in a terracotta pot. 2, we're going to talk about the watering and how I water it. I will also include the fertilizers that I use and so forth. 3, we're going to talk about the pot it's in. So I'm going to cover 2 different pots. The one it's in right now currently, and the one that I was in previously. And 4, the soil. Again, I'm going to talk about the soil that it's in right now, and I'm also going to speak about the soil that it was in previously. So let's get started. Lighting. So in the hanging basket, it was located right directly in front of my southwestern facing window, and I had it hanging there day and night. So it got very bright light, a lot of direct light, and when it comes to Hoyas, they can deal with some direct light. For the Crimson Princess, if you give it direct light, the new leaves will come in a little bit more pink. I don't know if you can even tell with that one leaf right there. I don't know if the camera will focus on it. But it's a little bit more pinker than the rest. And it's kind of cute, something different, something fun to your Hoya, add a little bit of color. So right now, currently, I have it further away from that southwestern window. It is actually located right behind my camera. So it's located on the little copper and cement plant stand that me and my dad made. It's located on that, and its only source of light is actually a grow light. The grow light is facing a little bit more to the front of the Hoya. Over time, the new leaves will get pink, and that's honestly my goal. But so far, so good. It's happy there. It's looking really good. I think it's all like the leaves are starting to face the grow light now, which is kind of cool. So yeah, that's it for light. So it is getting a significant less amount of light than it normally does, but I'm testing it out, see how it does. So far it's happy and it likes it. And for the pot it's in, so previously it was in a nursery pot. it was fine in there, no problems, honestly. I found out with this plant I had to water a lot. It could be because it was so close to the window, it was getting a ton of light. So I had to water it more often with the nursery pot. And so far with it now being in a terracotta pot, I'm watering it honestly about the same. I feel like even though it's not getting as much light as it was before, previously, right now it's in a terracotta pot, so the water is, the moisture in the soil is evaporating a lot faster than it would have been if it was in a nursery pot. So I'm watering it about the same. Normally with Hoyas, you'll see that the older leaves start to wrinkle, or it'll start to get very soft in the leaves, in the older leaves. Don't try it with the newer leaves because they're already soft because they're still growing. But the older ones, I'll just kind of test, do the little taco test, where I'll check underneath the leaves, and if it looks wrinkly, that's how I know it's time for me to water it. And I do add, just to go back into watering a little bit, I do add fertilizer to this, chelated iron, and a little bit of Super Thrive into it. And my water, of course, has a little bit of mosquito bits in it just to deter the fungus gnats and everything. That's it for pots. For soil, so previously I bought it from a nursery in a Facebook purge group. Honestly, I feel like the soil was made up of peat moss or cocoa coir, and that was it. But I know a lot of nurseries do that because they can't spend their days watering their plants every single day. I know that's really unreasonable to even think that, they can do that. So I was okay with it. I was fine with it as long as the plant was doing fine, and it was doing perfectly fine in there. It was growing perfectly fine. So at this moment, when I took it, when I repotted the plant or separated it, I put it in my go-to mixture for a lot of my plants, which is honestly for my current plants right now. So right now it has general potting mix, a lot of orchid bark, some leca, perlite, and a little bit of mosquito bits in there. But I think I have something else in there. What else do I have? I think that's it. Yeah, so it's just general potting mix, perlite, leca, and orchid bark. And for my Hoyas, I am a little bit heavier in orchid bark and leca. I think that they just really prefer a more airier mixture. And so far so good. I have a lot of my smaller Hoya propagations in a very similar mixture, and they're really enjoying that. So I just potted this baby up in the same thing, and it's doing fine. Just keep in mind, with the more airier soil mixture, you're most likely gonna have to water often. And if you're gonna include putting the plant in a terracotta pot, you're definitely gonna have to water it a lot more often. So this is the battle that I'm choosing to fight. But as long as the plant's happy and as long as I keep up on the watering, it's pretty good. And one thing with Hoyas too, they're pretty forgiving. So even if you forget to water it for a while, it won't just start dropping leaves like that. But if you have new growth coming in and you forget to water it, yes, it'll drop off. Those little new leaves will actually wither away. So that's one thing I'm trying to keep in mind. If I see new growth on it, which is kind of like almost always, I'm trying to keep up on the watering and making sure that it doesn't completely dry out, because the little baby leaves will just fall off, But yeah, I think that's it for this baby. Okay, and that is it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. Comment down below if you have a Hoya and which one's your favorite. Do you have a wish list Hoya? I would love to do a video with all my wish list Hoyas, so I have a lot. I have a slight addiction to Hoya. Slight. It's semi-manageable. So I don't really hear much about Hoyas being beginner-friendly plants. People always go first for pothos and snake plants and ZZs, whatever. But Hoyas are pretty easy to take care of. Honestly, they're one of the best. So yes, thank you all for watching once more. Don't forget to like, comment down below if you have a Hoya, and share this video to your friends and family. I really do appreciate that. And I'll see you next time. Bye.